Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Grab your friends and get ready to shop till you drop at the 2026 Consignment Crawl. How this annual event is bringing big value to customers and a boost to small businesses. Plus, build-ready house plans and design services with Seifert, including a unique virtual walkthrough experience for clients. And storm season is rolling in, so it's time to think about safety, especially when it comes to electricity. The Electric Doctor will join us with what you need to know to protect your home and your family. Hello and welcome to Quad Cities Live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Otier. My co-host Kyle Keel will be joining us in just a few minutes. If you love discovering one-of-a-kind items and supporting small businesses, Made Market QC is back with its spring edition, bringing together more than 150 handmade and vintage vendors. Joining us now is one of those vendors, Diana Deschardin, owner of Urbantique QC. Diana, welcome back to the show.
Hello, hello.
It's been too long since we've had you here.
It's been a little while.
Yes.
Last year sometime, I think.
Last year sometime about this time. And as always, if the set looks a little bit different, is because Diana actually brings in pieces that she creates. So tell us a little bit about what you brought here today.
So this table is a solid wood. I actually had to Google the wood type, and I'm drawn blank right now of what type it is, but I don't save a lot of pieces for myself because I do hundreds of dining sets a year. This one I saved. I loved it so much that I'm keeping it myself.
It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful.
It's heavy.
And it is very heavy.
It's very heavy.
I saw bringing it in today. So we'll be able to see some of your pieces at Made Market?
I packed 2 trailers last night. I think I packed 70 chairs, 11 dining room tables. That's just a sample of what I have.
Wow.
I'm consistently working on pieces. I always have unfinished pieces for people to custom order. They bring me their pieces.
Okay.
It's amazing,
Yeah.
the work. I mean, I love giving pieces back to people that
and seeing the looks on their faces.
Exactly.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be at Made Market QC,
Yes.
the spring edition. So what else can guests expect when they walk through those doors?
Okay, so it's an event.
Oh,
And
yes.
we have a lot of people that actually tour they have a plan. They go the aisles, they go down, they know exactly what they're hunting for.
Yeah.
We have people that have artwork, original art. We have woodworking, candles, facial. You'll find boutiques, you'll find yard art. It's truly amazing. Boho, modern, antiques.
And it's very curated. I mean, this is an event that we highlight every year. And so of those 150 plus vendors that are going to be there, you're not going to see a lot of repeat stuff, which is truly amazing.
No, it's fresh every time somebody shows up. It's truly amazing just to walk through.
Yeah.
It really is. And the hard work that everybody puts into it.
Yeah.
And everybody's so nice.
Yeah, and you did mention this is truly an event. So beyond all the shopping that we're going to do there, there's other things too. I mean, they've got like entertainment.
We've got music guests, Chloe May and Mo Carter will be there.
Wonderful.
And then we've got little, the segment next, little terrariums.
Yes.
But yeah, and a whole room of kids vendors. Like a whole room that the little kids are doing their own thing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It really is. I love how they incorporate the kids. And, you did a perfect job of taking us from our segment to our next one, because there is another element to this spring edition of Made Market QC. My co-host Kyle Keel has more on that. Kyle, this is actually a partnership with the QC Botanical Center.
Yeah, Morgan, for the second year in a row, the Quad City Botanical Center is hosting a special hands-on experience, and it's a unique workshop where you can build your very own garden under glass. We're, of course, talking about terrariums. And joining me now is Kate Witherspoon, Education Coordinator at the Quad City Botanical Center. Kate, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, so this is a chance for people to really bring home a little greenery here heading into the weekend. So talk about terrariums, because, with other guests on the show, these seem to become more and more popular here as time goes on.
They are. And what's great about terrariums is they're really easy to care for.
Yeah.
You water them when you make them, and then sometimes they can go years without getting watered again, because it becomes its own little ecosystem inside.
Yeah, I was going to say, you put the glass lid on and you've got your own little environment. So this is going to be a class that happens at 10 o'clock here on Saturday. It's about an hour-long course. So what are people going to be learning?
So they're going to learn a brief history about terrariums and how they started, and then they're going to get to choose some plants to put inside of their terrariums, and then they get to create it and add some little trinkets.
Yes.
Make them really personalized and cute.
Yeah, so some terrariums you can create without fake plants, maybe just for decoration, but this you actually get to take home real plants. You can obviously put a little bit of shrubbery in there that's maybe a little fake, but you actually get real plants.
Yes.
How many plants do people have to choose from?
These ones right here are actually the ones that people get to choose from when they're making theirs on Saturday.
Okay, perfect. So this is part of the main market, obviously, and you want people to register for this because obviously I need to make sure we have enough supplies for everyone to make their own terrarium. So how do people register?
They can go to our website. We are about full right now.
Oh.
But if you don't get registered for it, it's okay because we will have the bus there, the Plant Discovery bus.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be selling plants out of that as well. So you won't make your own terrarium from the bus, but you'll get to choose from a large variety.
So talk a little bit more about that bus. What? How does that work?
So the bus is a great way that we can take the field trip to the schools.
Perfect, okay.
So we were running into some busing issues a few years back, so we had the idea, let's bring the bus out, and so now the bus brings the field trip to the kids. And so they can learn all about our plants and do that there.
All right, so you can make your own terrarium and check out the bus there at the Main Market. Main Market QC Spring Edition is this Friday, April 10th from 5 to 8 p.m. and Saturday, April 11th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's at the Bend Expo in East Moline. Admission is $7 at the door or online at mainmarketqc.com, and your ticket is good all weekend long. Kids 16 and under are free. And again, you have to RSVP to the event with the QC Botanical Center to get your own garden under glass. Kate, thank you so much. And Diana, thanks again for joining us. Morgan?
All right, Kyle, thank you. And from the Main Market to Resale Retail, the 2026 Consignment Crawl in Clinton and nearby Fulton is also happening this weekend. More on this tour of 24 locations next.
Quad Cities Live continues.
If you love a good deal, one-of-a-kind finds, and supporting local businesses, there's an event this weekend you will not want to miss. The annual Consignment Crawl Resale Tour and Retail Shopping Spree is bringing the people together for a unique experience that's part treasure hunt, part celebration. Joining us today are Lou Ray with Deja Vu Furniture and Accessories, along with Missy Cook from Renaissance Resale and Consignment. Thank you both for being here. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. This is such a great annual event. Missy, we'll start with you. The Consignment Crawl, tell us all about it, what it is, and where it takes place.
Well, the neat part about the Consignment Crawl is it is all over the kind of Clinton downtown area, but it spans off. There is the Fulton area, as well as like one place is on the outskirts right off of Bluff. A lot of different businesses in our area. You can see
I know, I counted more than 24, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, and we're just showing off Clinton, I like to say.
Yeah.
You know,
that's good.
all kinds of different wares, anything from antiques to current fashion. And
yeah, there's a lot to see, and thank you so much for providing this kind of sneak peek video so people could check that out. Lou, you guys brought some items with you here today, so can you tell us a little bit about, I mean, this really does kind of show off the variety of what people will see.
You know, it really does, because it's a whole experience, and it's a whole experience for everyone because there's something different in every store.
Yes.
You know, we've got food products that you can bake at home and make your house smell great.
Yeah.
We've got a quilt store with fabrics and look at the bright
spring colors.
Oh, can't see them. There we go.
Yeah.
The colors are great. And then, you know, Missy's got the purses and the hats and the soaps and the items that knit into animals.
Yeah.
And then over here we've got another store that does not only a apothecary.
Oh, yes.
You know, which is wonderful, but then they have stones that are all beautiful.
Yeah, and we're making our way there on screen right now, just giving everybody that's watching a good look at everything that you're talking about. This is wonderful. So both of you are business owners, Missy, and so both of your businesses are part of this.
Correct.
What has it meant to you to be part of this event every year? What does it do for business?
it is a wonderful opportunity to gain new customers.
Yeah.
Because we get a lot of traffic from all over, whether it's down here in the Quad Cities, Galena, Some of them not even Iowa or Illinois.
That's wonderful.
So it's a great opportunity for all the local businesses to show off what they've got.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, it's a great
and
opportunity.
That's really cool.
It absolutely is. And Lou, you are actually furniture and accessories, correct?
Correct.
So obviously, I mean, we did have somebody bring in a piece of furniture today, but it's not that easy to do. So can you just tell us a little bit about Deja Vu?
So Deja Vu consignment store. I do carry furniture, decorations, holiday items.
Okay.
I carry wine, food products,
Wow.
clothing.
You got it all.
So I've kind of got it all, which is completely different than Missy's consignment store.
Correct.
So
Correct.
we're all a little bit different.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's what makes it such a fun thing to have a consignment crawl like this. You get to experience all those different things. So, Missy, who would you say this event is truly for?
I think it is for the community, and I say that because this not only gives the consignment shops, but we've got a couple retailers. We've got one of our bigger hometown coffee shops.
Okay.
All three of her locations are participating. So this gives a lot of different areas in our community a chance to beef up things and to welcome new visitors.
Yeah.
Plus, it's just a good time for everybody that comes through.
Yeah, it's
you know.
definitely a party, and it's going on all weekend long. The 2026 Consignment Crawl Resale Tour and Retail Shopping Spree is this Friday, April 10th through Sunday, April 12th at more than 24 locations in Clinton, Iowa and Fulton, Illinois. For updates, visit the event page on Facebook. Lou and Missy, thank you so much for taking the time to come here and tell everybody all about it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Coming up, if you are thinking about building or remodeling your dream home, the Cipher Design Center is making the process easier than ever. More on their custom house plans and virtual reality walkthroughs next.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you are thinking about building a new home or tackling a major remodel, getting started can feel like the hardest part. From finding the right design to choosing a trusted builder, there are a lot of moving pieces, but one local company is helping make that process a whole lot easier. Joining us today is Jeremy Duvall, Vice President of Seifert Building Supplies. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm excited to talk about this, right? It's always fun to dream a little bit.
Dreams are great.
Yes, and looking at these photos is exactly what I did. You do some beautiful work. So for somebody that's just starting out thinking about building or remodeling, where do you personally recommend they begin?
Well, I mean, really, if you drive around, go to the parade of homes that the Home Builders puts on, which is coming up soon. Go to House and all the sites that give you the inspiration of what you think that might be. Take your existing stock and tell us what you don't like about it.
Yeah.
You know, take that information and then come to us, call us, stop in, what have you, and let's get started.
Okay, wonderful. So Seifert really works hard to try and simplify what can be an overwhelming process. Talk about some of the ways in which you work to do that when you get a new client.
The biggest thing is we ask a lot of questions, you know, what you like, what you don't like, elevation, you know, curb appeal is the biggest thing, especially when you're building a new home. There's certain aspects that I want it to look like, and I want to utilize my space better. So we ask a lot of those questions. So having some of that information kind of ready to go before you come in is always a big help.
Yeah, it is. So right now we're looking at some of the plans, and then I really like that you did this. You provided some photos of what a plan looks like, what it kind of looks like when you do a mock-up, and then what the end product looks like, which is really cool. So talk a little bit more about your build-ready plans and why that's so valuable for not only homeowners but probably builders as well.
Yeah, I mean, really for everybody. So when we put a set of plans out, we pride ourselves in the fact that is a buildable plan.
Yeah.
And I'm not here to talk about anybody else, but there's a lot of, you know, architect houses and stuff like that they do a good job of getting a rendering or getting a design idea. But at the end of the day, it takes a structural engineer to go in there and put their 2 cents on it. And there's a lot of other components involved. We try to give as much information as possible so they can take those plans to a builder, to a framer, and say, hey, here's what I want, and they have enough information to get started.
Yeah, and honestly, one of the biggest challenges that we hear over and over again is kind of finding that right contractor, that right builder. So how is Seifert able to help people with that?
We've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
So we've been able to actually help generations of builders through their family's legacy, and then some new ones that we've been able to partner with and say, hey, you know, we see you do good work. We bring in a lot of customers that need that kind of help. Can we then refer to you? And it just goes well because then they come back and buy product from us, and it's just a great
partnerships.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially with that longevity of Seifert being in the community. One thing I really want to talk about and get to before we wrap up today is you offer virtual walkthroughs using VR headsets. So maybe people watching may not necessarily know what that is, but their kids or grandkids certainly will, right? VR headsets. So this is a really cool offering.
It is. So we do a couple of different things. We came out with it about 4 or 5 years ago, right about the time COVID hit, and nobody wants to touch headsets and have all that stuff going on. So it kind of fell to the wayside, but it's starting to gain popularity again for people that want to be able to walk through their house. Get a feel for what the ceiling heights are and the room layout is. And if people want to avoid that, then we can also do the same thing. Once we get done designing a house and everyone's got their seal of approval on it, we can send you a YouTube video that does exactly what you're seeing on your TV, where you can actually go in through the rooms and see the house on a 3D walkthrough.
That is very cool, a very unique opportunity, and just something to get excited about, right, when you're doing something big like this. Seifert Building Supplies is located on Kimberly Road in Davenport. To schedule an appointment, you can give them a call at the number on your screen or visit them online at seifertlumber.com. Now, there is also a website that is dedicated to Seifert's home design services, and that is qchomedesign.com. Jeremy, as always, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been fun. Yes, we appreciate it. Still ahead, preparing your home for severe weather. The Electric Doctor is here with simple but important ways to stay safe and avoid electrical hazards.
Quad Cities Live continues.
As we head into storm season, it's not just the wind and the rain that we need to worry about. Electrical safety is also a big concern.
Yeah, from lightning strikes and power outages to down lines, severe weather can create some serious hazards in and around your home. Joining us today is Jeff Lanham from the Electric Doctor to walk us through how to stay safe before, during, and after a storm. Jeff, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me in.
Yes, you brought lots of good stuff with you that I can't wait to get to.
Lots of fun little toys.
Fun little toys, absolutely. Well, we know weather in the spring especially can be unpredictable, especially in the Midwest. So that's a little bit about what we're talking about today.
Yep. So we're officially in sump pump season, right?
Okay,
so everybody's got their sump pumps going. So it's great when they're working and the power's on. You got that hum going on, that little security blanket. When the power goes out, those stop running. So among many other things in your home. So I call it sump pump season. So what I recommend is at this time is there's many things you can do is check on your electrical and your circuit breakers and things like that. That's really a simple thing to do. But a lot of people do have the home standby generators. And what we run into is a lot of people I don't want to be jokingly, but they just don't pay attention to them. And so we get the call when the power's actually out and the generator's not running. So that's part of what I wanted to discuss today. I brought some maintenance parts with us today. I got a little air filter or oil filters, air filters, and oil, of course.
So is this part, like something that we've talked about before, is a home health check. So is that something that is part of a home health check if you do have a generator, that you guys will come and make sure everything's working?
Absolutely. So we do full maintenance on the home standby generators along with, like you said, Morgan, the home health check. And so it's something that you want to check in the fall and in the spring is that generator running the way it's supposed to be. So so we do that. For everybody to make sure they're running okay, because that's a terrible call. 2 a.m. Customer says, "I have one of your home standby generators and power's out and it's not running." It's really hard for us to look at it then. So. Dovetailing into another subject is we have the ability to see these generators at all times, 24 hours a day. And it's through a mobile link connection, which is the name of the app. But we can monitor those, and they tell us almost telepathically that they're sick, they're unhealthy.
Technology's incredible. Wow.
It can be. It certainly can be.
When it works, right?
Yeah, right.
So when that happens, we contact a lot of customers to let them know there's something wrong with their standby generator before it even happens. So we get out there. So another really good thing is we've got this ecobee Wi-Fi thermostat. So now these are connected to, amongst many things, they can connect to your generator, they can connect to your solar pack, they can connect to your home batteries if you have these items, but also can connect to your LP tank, tell you you're low on LP fuel. And it alerts you on the wall, on your thermostat, on your app. So it's kind of a neat thing. So it's we're starting to put these in with every single generator now. We put in a Wi-Fi thermostat with it.
Oh wow, that's great. So you know everything's working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's customer response been like when you install these smart thermostats?
You know, it's pretty interesting. We spoke just before we were on the air here that we've got one that maybe the batteries need to be changed, one that is highly relied upon, and I won't say who. And but that said, is a lot of people haven't adapted to the Wi-Fi thermostat.
Sure.
And so it's either well accepted or I already have one. So, but it's really a neat feature. So, along with that is I wanted to kind of wrap around back to is why would you choose Electric Doctor to look at your home standby? We make it simple. We're always available 24/7, always a live operator. And we're very convenient, even online and whatnot. So
yeah, and we've got all the information there on the screen. So if you do need to contact them, electricdoctor.com or that phone number, which we'll put on our website. Jeff, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
And we will see you right back here for our next live broadcast Wednesday at 3. Have a great day.